Olá, meu nome é Başak Gümülcinelioğlu e eu estou no Te Entrevistei.
I've been following you since I started watching Sen Çal Kapımı. I follow your work, and I know you're an actress, a singer, an architect, and I want to know how you manage so many skills, how art came into your life. Tell me a little bit about it.
Obrigada, first of all. I learned that much. Thank you for having me. And first of all, thank you for being so interested in our culture and shows and our work. Acting and singing probably, Anna, came naturally to me because those home movies that your mother and father make when you're little. So I was seeing those home movies and I was like probably like 1 or 2, and in one of them I just tell my father that, okay, Dad, so I am going to stand here and I'm going to do stuff and I'm going to say stuff and I'm going to sing and you're going to record it and we're going to watch it again. So we're going to watch Başak on TV and then you're going to watch again, you're going to record again. And my dad goes, okay, this is 15th time today. So this is natural, like I literally didn't do anything to have the passion. Probably they did, because in our home it was a artistic household. They weren't artists, but they were so in love with it. So I was going all the plays, all the concerts, all the musicals, ballets, like everything. They tried to make me see it. So probably it was then. And after a couple of years, I started studying architecture. And it was my first major. And I ended up doing my master's degree. And one day, there was a car accident. It was a bad one, but I'm okay now. But one moment I remember that I was asking myself, like not literally asking, but like I was thinking to myself, if I died today, would I be a happy person? Like would I be fulfilled? Like, was I always true to myself? And even though I thought I wasn't. And I just told my parents that I literally want to go to a drama school again. Because they thought I finished my education and started working. After my master's degree, you generally start working. And I said, no, I just applied to drama schools and I am going to London. Oh. And my father was no. And I was like, yeah, I am. And he was like, are you sure? Sure. And I was like, well, I'm not sure I'm going to be perfectly fit over there, but this is my only chance and I would love to do it. This is my passion. And I am sure that I will be successful because I love it. Yeah. And probably it was the sum of it, it was a fast story of my life, but I don't know, like I know it looks like a challenge to manage all those passions, but actually what I feel is it helps me to cooperate with my brain, because my brain doesn't probably organize itself like less than normal brains. I have ADHD, and I am that you are the probably first interview I actually share this information, because I realized recently last year that I have to talk about it and I have to tell people that it is bearable and it's manageable, and you guys can live happy and coordinated lives, even though it looks like we can't do it. It's not easy all the time, even though it looks like it's not easy.
Yeah.
So the question you asked is, I I wasn't managing, like the challenge wasn't managing those skills or passions. It was like managing the challenges in life through those skills, because it was always helped me. Like I always felt everyone was an audience. My mom was an audience. My father was an audience. You know, when you're at stage, you feel like you're a little bit different than people. You know, I always felt like it in my life. I was like, you know, I'm not putting myself in. I'm not. It's not a bragging conversation. I'm not. I'm just trying to say, I was trying to understand why I feel a little bit like, you know, odd in society. Let's say in my own family.
Yeah.
And thinking that they're an audience and I need to be true to myself and express myself. Sometimes I did it with drawing, sometimes I did it with architecture, and mostly I do it with singing and acting, because it's easy, you know, to find me,
I understand,
and to express me. So probably it was because of those things, but I am thankful. You know,
you sang a song in Sen Çal Kapımı. I love that song. I love that song, really. And I know you have a beautiful voice. I want to know a little bit more about this part of your life. What are your plans with music? Because I don't know, do you have intentions to leave Turkey, for example, and sing in other countries, in Brazil?
Well, you never know. First of all, life brings things that you don't imagine, like bigger than your imagination. Fun fact, I actually wrote the song and composed it also. That was my song. So it was I
tell me a little bit about the story,
right?
Of this music. I want to know the story of the music. How was this process?
So the team and the story, we were so together, like all the time, because it was pandemic, and the only thing we do was going to the set and filming and coming back home, and only we had permission to hang out with friends, the crew, because it was bad days. And one day I was sitting my mother's, my parents' kitchen, and on a kitchen table, and I just started writing things like I do write songs, right? I was like, okay, like I was writing, and I started singing. Like, it's not me writing the lyrics and go compose it, it's just everything in one, you know. And I was like, oh my god, that actually is nice, isn't it? Like, I was alone, by the way, but I didn't back then the courage to show it to our director, and Mr. Dunmas, and he's so nice. He loved it, by the way, but like he would love it back then too. And Charter was my husband now. Charter was my friend, and the next day we were in the car going to Antalya to shoot some episodes in the southern side of Turkey, and it took like probably like 12 hours to get there. So on our way, he was like, "What are you listening? Like, because you actually look like you're doing something." You know, like he sensed it. It's like, you know what? Would you like to listen to this? And he was like, who wrote this? And I'm like, I wrote it last night. And he was like, okay, everyone needs to like listen to this. And I'm like, no, please no. And him and Bigge showed it to our director, and they were like, she literally wrote a song, and it's all about Eda and Serkan. It's all about the series, the show. And he was like, okay, let's show me, because, you know, like he's so nice. He probably thought he wouldn't like it, maybe, or or it's a chance that he might not like it. And he was like, okay, let me hear, but like, you know, there are like people on top of me, and they might not like it, or they might not want it. I'm like, of course. And he was like, he listened to it, and he said, who wrote it? I'm like, I did. He was like, you wrote the song? I'm like, yeah. You composed it? And I'm like, I did. When? I was like, last night.
Oh my God.
You actually literally wrote it and composed it in one night, and it's ready for next episode. And I'm like, if you want to. And he was like, okay, tell them that I literally want this song. And I'm like, okay, I'll tell my manager to tell them. So this is how it happened. So like I said, I was true to myself, and I was trying to express my emotions about the show, because it was literally my life. And it was, I liked it, the story, because it wasn't only a rom-com. It was showing a compassion about like love, family,
it's a beautiful
friends.
story.
It is a nice story. And at the same time, every single character had their own purpose in the story, mine did too. So I was like, I felt like I belonged in the story.
This is beautiful. This is beautiful.
Yeah. And I'm sorry to interrupt. And also for international, like globally doing this, of course, I would love to do it. I am trying to, because like I didn't start my career in Turkey. I studied over there, and in London, and I came to Istanbul. And of course, I wasn't only aiming to act in Turkey. Of course, you have hopes and dreams. I do too. And it's mainly for acting, by the way. I'm like a film and TV person. I love theatre. I love musicals. I love singing. I love architecture. I love every kind of it. But my main passion is acting. Like I live through singing, but I don't know, I'm alive with acting. So probably I would love to do both internationally if I have the chance. And I wish I will, you know.
I wish I can see you in the future in a musical. I don't know, maybe even in Brazil, who knows?
I would love that.
And as we are talking about Sen Çal Kapımı, I have to ask you, because it's a global hit. People in Brazil are still watching it. People will never stop talking about the story. And I want to know, how was the days on set, and what this character means to you? That was a little bit.
I've got goosebumps. Can you see? Magical, I could say. Because, okay, the thing is, I say this because it was literally magical, because it was during pandemic, and every single person in the project, in the production, was hopeless, like every single of us. We didn't know how our careers would be, like, our, you know, entertainment industry was affected remarkably, like because of COVID. And we all had different kinds of problems before the show, and once we were all casted, and it was all, like I said, during pandemic, and going to the set every day, like I told you, and coming home, we actually became like family, like chosen family, let's say. We were on set every day doing the job. We were believing it, and we had to believe it. Like every single person needed this work to shine. Like we had no chance, not a single chance. That like we had to work so hard, and we had to believe. So that's why it was like everybody was in their houses, and we were on set. We were lucky that we had this job that gives us life and purpose and shine, you know. And probably that's why we had good memories on set. We became friends. One of our friends child, his boy, his wife literally gave birth the day that we had a set. So we went to the hospital all together because it was our child,
like a family, a little family.
Yeah, like a family.
Yeah.
And if something happened to someone, we covered it. Like I was like, okay, I'm here. And I literally had made one of them my family also as well, because Chaya was my friend. Yes, we met on set, but fun fact, I don't know if you know it, we did not have a single scene together for 52 episodes. I was in, and he was in for, okay, which episodes? You actually finished them all, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to be a spoiler. Okay.
No, I watched the whole Disney. Don't worry.
Okay. So the thing is, I was there for 52 episodes and he was there for 39. The only scenes that we were together was with people. We did not have a single scene alone. And he became one of my good friends. He became my best friend, and he became my lover. And then we got married 2 years ago. So literally we became like a family.
I love seeing you two together. It's very beautiful because you guys met on set and now you are together. And this is so beautiful because it's true. We can feel that's a pure love. And as a fan of the Disney, we all could feel this pure love from all of you because we felt that they are like a family. It's very beautiful. That's beautiful.
We were.
Incredible listening to it. And during the episodes, we could see many scenes from Piro and the rest of the cast. Do you have a favorite scene? I don't know, some that you had more fun. I don't know. Do you have any favorite scene from Sen Çal Kapımı?
Too many. Well, it's because, like I said, it was pandemic, and I had too much time to work on every single scene, and I like working. And I remember spending like we actually counted it 172 or 176, I can't recall, but like pages of my work into Pırıl's character. So it took me like 17-18 days. So every single scene I was trying to act like I'm gonna avoid it, like I'm gonna gain a Emmy or Oscar. It's that important to me. So of course. I can't say that I really like the scenes that had compassion in it, like the inner conversations that Pırıl and Engin had, Pırıl and Eda had, or Serkan, or she had a son, and I literally loved the conversations that they shared. I am a romantic, by the way. I really like these kind of things. I like comedy too, but in a comedy rom-com series, I believe a little bit of drama or compassion or sincerity, and sincere scenes. I don't know. I love them the most. But I have another fun fact too. I just remember that Pırıl's birthday. Do you remember?
Yeah, I do.
It was shot on the day of my real birthday. and there was a day they bought me I know, it's my birthday, and it was like a crown. I have it, and it's literally my birthday.
That's amazing. You had a double birthday on TV on set.
On TV. And our director was like, whose birthday is it? It was like, Başak's. No, it's Pırıl's. No, it's Başak's as well. It's like, no, it's Pırıl's. Go ask us. Like, no, it's my birthday too. So everyone was so confused. But yeah, it was my birthday.
This is amazing. So the days on set, I imagine that the days on set were amazing because you guys were like a family, laughing a lot, right? So
yeah, we laughed a lot. It was, of course, it was hard. I'm not going to say it was easy. People got sick.
I was telling you, people in Brazil are starting to watch it. Like right now, I have friends that ask me, Anna, please give me some advice I want to watch some telenovela from Turkey, and I say, Sen Çal Kapımı, Sen Çal Kapımı. How you feel about it? Like people will start watching this easy right now. You receive this love from many countries. How you feel? How your heart is feeling?
Beyond grateful, first of all, and I'm being honest, literally, because I'm a regular girl who just happened to love acting, and seeing that it actually was important for us, but it is important for you. I'm like, how come? Because like there is a saying, I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's called "What's possible?" I always ask this question. If I am in the middle of a road and I can't decide anything, or if I have a dream, but I don't know if I should just literally say it, instead of saying it, I just say what's possible. Because I believe in life, it's impossible to design or dream what's possible, you know, because the universe give you more than you think it's possible.
Yeah.
So we didn't, of course, didn't think, none of us, that would be this big.
Yeah.
But I understand now why it is. Because like I said, we loved it. And I think love has an energy and has a power to travel the universe, you know. We actually literally believed in it. We had faith in it and we loved it. So, but I can say that I am grateful. Like, as a Turkish girl, I am grateful to be loved and known, and most importantly, to be understood, because this is the purpose of every single of our life. I think we need to be understood, and I am telling a story, and I'm showing, for example, Purel was an extremist. She was a strong character.
Yeah,
she could be mean, let's say. She could be harsh, but I believed in her, and I didn't want her to be the bad character. I wanted her to have an explanation, everything that she's done. Even though it's a rom-com, you feel like she did something because she believed in it. It's not acting like, it's not behaving in a disrespectful way, or Serkan, or any character. It was because she believed this was a must. This was the true thing. So I think when you believe in a character and a project, it's just human. You know, it's living, it's real, and it makes us as a audience to feel and believe the story then. And yes, it is not a day after Sen Çal Kapımı that I spend, I'm like, you know, no, it's not. I'm like, I am thankful. I wake up every day and telling the universe, to God, that I am thankful for the love and support, and, you know, for my health and my job. So I always loved Brazil. I had a passion.
I will get there. I will get to the question where
I know, like, my mom was so happy that I am doing this interview, because she was like, oh, you love it. You love it, don't you? And I'm like, I love it. Cheers to me.
You will never forget this work. So let's change a little bit the topic. I want to talk about Yargı, because this dizzy is also very popular in Brazil. You guys have won the Emmy Awards, and congratulations. This is beautiful. I watched this premiere, and it was very beautiful. I think you all deserved the award, even if Brazil was there too. But you guys deserved the award. Okay, I'm saying this. I want to know, how was this experience to play Neva and to be there with the cast, with so many talented actors like you? Tell me a little bit about this job, please.
You were asking me those questions that I literally feel so lucky. But I worked so hard for those. Let's start with international Emmys. I remember the day that I received the news. It was the most amazing piece of news I received in my entire life, probably, because I was globally called extraordinary contributor to this international Emmy Award. And yes, I was one of the lead characters, and for 44 episodes, it means like a year and a half. But every single of them, like I'm not being, how can I explain that I am literally feeling this, because we all earned it, let's say, because it looks like actors and actresses, we gained mostly, or the script writers or directors or production companies. No, like every single person worked so hard for it. And I am so thankful that I was globally called the extraordinary talent. I was globally called one of the contributors for the Emmys, because it's one of the biggest awards. And this was my goals, one of my steps that I want to be. And I didn't, like I said, I didn't come back to Turkey just to act in here, because I was internationally trained, and I want to work in the UK and in the States and in wherever, maybe in Brazil. And it's and it's a big thing. Was like those steps that I was proud of my team and my work. And I remember before Yargı, I was a judge. Neva was a judge.
I love
and
Neva.
I'm an artist who has an ADHD.
Neva is amazing. She's so strong.
I loved Neva.
I don't have words enough for Neva.
Thank you.
I have to confess that I got very sad when you left the second season.
I know, me too, but at the same time it was very functioning to the story. As an actor, let's say, you wouldn't want to stay away and just work with the production because you just love it. You will choose to leave if it's necessary. Like it's a big thing to make this choice. And Sema, our script writer, she's amazing. She has chosen me the best ending to the story, which actually lead the story in a very good way. So before Yargı, when I received the character Neva, I just realized that she's older than me, first of all, and she's a judge, and I am 7-8 years younger artist who's an ADHD and who speaks too much and has too many, energies, and like my being is totally different than hers. So I was like, you know what? No, I need to learn her. Like I need to actually study her. So I spent 2 months in the court, like
really?
Yeah. Yes, I did. And I had after the courthouse, I had advisors. One of them was a judge and one of them was an attorney. She was a close friend of mine, and she literally lectured me about Turkish legal system. And I went through 2 years of, like, not 2 years, but like they've given me their like notes and books and everything, and they forced me to read those. So this is my story that I contributed, how I contributed to international Emmys, because I worked like this. But Pınar did something else, Kaan did something else, and saying, every single person in the story did something else to contribute to the story. And story itself gave us too many things to work on. So I am so thankful that it gave me power in my career that I can continue globally too. Yeah.
It's amazing to hear you say all this. I can say that Sema Ergenekon is so intelligent. I watched every single episode thinking, how can someone think about this? This is amazing, because here in Brazil we have many stories, we have many beautiful stories, but I felt something different while I was watching Yargı. I don't know how to explain, but it touched us like there, you know, and also the themes, all the topics that Sema brought to the world. And I know it's very important for you all as Turkish people, because I know it's very important too. So congratulations, Neva was amazing, and I can.
Obrigada.
Anyway, I love all these works because I'm a very fan, and I will continue the question.
Thank you so much, thank you.
See.
I'm thankful.
Oh, now I want to know about the future.
Okay.
I know. I've heard that you are in the cast of Reminder.
Yes.
As Umay. And first of all, I have to ask this because the world came down after this news. How you feel about acting with Hande again? Because she is very popular in Brazil, and everyone's like, oh my God, a reunion, both of them together again. I can imagine.
Yes.
Tell me, what can you tell me about this new role and this feeling?
Do you know what happened? So I received the character, and I was like trying to understand who's who, and I was like, I saw Hande's name in the file. I'm like, okay, that's a plus for me, first of all, before I actually read anything. And I really loved the character. I loved the story. I love the character. I love the tone. I love everything. I'm not supposed to give you too many details, but
okay,
that's a good story. And the day that it was last week, it was on our first rehearsals. So I was sitting, and she just walked in the room, and we just saw each other, and I just jumped, and she started running, and then we hugged each other, and we said, we did it, we made it, because like I said, it is a moment that it's a coming home moment. It's a new story, it's a new crew, it's a new production, it's a new channel, it's for Disney, it's totally different. But Hande is Hande, and I am me, and we are friends. And that's always good to have a friend, and a friend who you actually really love to see on set. And it was all of our dream. Like after the series, for example, Sarp and I, very good friends also. Chada, I'm showing him like Chada is at home.
Yeah.
And we all wanted to act in the same shows, but our careers had different, universe had different plans for every single of us. And this is the first time that we actually, one of us, like two of us, are in the same show, and we were literally so happy. Like we were happy, and probably we felt safe too, because it's always like
it's
I said,
family for you.
Yeah.
Amazing. I can imagine this scene, and they running and you guys hugging.
I know.
So
and yeah, that was in real life, and then on the story, probably this is the only thing that I can say about this. You probably won't see any scene that we actually hug.
Oh,
but it's okay.
So your character will
actually
she will bring a little calls to the story. I can feel it.
Yeah, we can say she would stir things up a little. Let's say, well, like every single of our characters, like it's no one single good or bad in the good stories. We're all human, so everyone has their own problems and agendas, like schedules, stories and decisions and sayings and everything. So that's why it's so fun that I will love to act with Umay.
I can't wait to watch it. And I'm so thankful it's on Disney because in Brazil we can watch.
I know. I do.
Let me ask you something. I am seeing this frame behind you. I know this project, and then where you and your husband are together. Do you want to tell a little bit about this project? Because it's in Brazil. I don't know if you know, it's now on Global Play.
It is. Yeah.
It's on streaming.
It's so me and Tara, we were together and already living in the same house, and my phone rang and his also at the same time, and the director of the project, they wanted to do it with us. And it's a rom-com also, by the way. Do you know the story? It's okay.
I watched some episodes. I have to finish.
Yeah. They're newlyweds, let's say, like maybe a year or two, and they're not ready. It doesn't say that they don't want children, but they're not ready to have children yet. But she accidentally gets pregnant, and it's a pregnant like a situation comedies, you know, like you get in a situation and it's already tragic for a person who goes through, but it's very funny. It's something like this. And fun fact, I have too many fun. We finished shooting, and it was we shooted that show in 9 days, and in the 10th we went to a dinner to celebrate that it went smoothly. It was amazing. And Chada had decided to propose to me in that dinner. And I didn't understand that he was proposing me, because he was saying stuff like, you know what, you and I are a very good team. And I'm like, probably he drank too much. And he's like hitting on me, like, I know what love we are. And I'm like, I'm going back to the people who are like, because I'm very shy like that. I'm like, I love him and he loves me. I know it dearly. I love him dearly. I just can't do it like in front of too many people. Like, you know, like I'm not showy-dovey a person. So he's not too. So I thought he drank too much. And he was a little bit tipsy. So he's saying good stuff to me. And I'm like, thank you, love. You too. And he was like, no, I'm trying to ask you, like, for example, we should never break up. And I'm like, why would you say that? We're not planning on doing it. Come on. Like, no, I'm not saying that. And then he goes, and then at the end he said, should I just say, will you marry me for you to say yes? And I'm like, we're trying to propose to me. I just didn't understand, because he doesn't have a ring on his hand, and we're just celebrating our, you know, project that we just finished, and we didn't have an idea that I didn't have an idea that we're going to get married.
What a beautiful story! Oh God!
And we did in like 30 days.
I saw the ceremony online. People in Brazil were like nice. Following too. It was beautiful. Thank you. You guys are a beautiful couple.
Memory.
Send the hugs for him. I love her work.
Okay.
His work too.
I will, of course.
And let me do a correction. The Dizzy is airing on Max, not Global Play. Max. It's HBO. So it's already here in Brazil. We can watch it like
amazing.
Every time. Yeah. Amazing. Thank you.
I'm happy. So it's a very important, like it has a great importance in our lives that it caused us to get married.
It's a beautiful story. You see, like you were shooting and then celebrating, then married. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Let me ask you something. I noticed that you have first of all, I love to see your photos on Instagram, and I can see you're connected to fashion. This question actually is a friend of mine who asked me to ask you. She has a brand in Brazil inspired in undershell and in all Turkish women, and it's a hit in Brazil. The clothes are all inspired in the Turkish women. And she asked,
Amazing.
Ask her something about fashion. So I'm asking you, what's your connection with fashion? How you feel it?
Am I, by the way? Well, thank you.
You
yeah,
are.
again. Let's say okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna act like I know too many things about fashion.
Okay.
It's just this. I'm a Libra. I just like to look nice and feel nice because, like I said, I have to be extra organized to be organized. And I need to have, I have to set my I don't know, like standards of clothes and everything, and I have to organize them as well. Probably this is a way of expressing me too. I am trying to, like I said, I am repeating myself, but like everything I do about me is I'm trying to be true to myself. I'm not wearing anything because it's just fashionable. Like it's just fashion. Like I like following like fashion routines or fashion pages or brands. I'm not taking everything. I'm only taking which makes me feel me. Or like for me to be the character, like I'm happy, I'm sexy, or I'm just naive. I have my braids and everything. Like, so probably that's why it looks. I'm just copying the things. It looks good on me because, like, I'm saying it because you said it. Because I just feel good in it. Maybe that's the case. Like I like fashion, but I'm not like a fashion guru. I'm a designer, but I don't design fashion. Like I design houses, interior. I still do architecture, by the way. So like a combination of colors, some color palettes, like schemes and everything. I like it. I draw. Maybe it's because of that, but like I don't think that I have this fashion guru.
I like your outfits. I like your outfits. Really.
I try.
And P.S. My ascendant is Libra. I am Peace, but my ascendant is Libra.
Yeah.
So I can feel you.
Yeah, Mine is Scorpio. So it's a little challenging.
Yeah, you're Scorpio. That's
yeah. Is that bad though?
No, of course not. You have Libra, so it's fine.
yeah, I know.
Amazing. Let's talk about Brazil now. You said that your mom was happy because you're giving this interview and Brazil will watch you. Tell me what you know about Brazil if you want to come one day.
Since I was a child, I always thought I belonged to you're gonna laugh to Latin cultures, like to Brazil. Like when I was little, my grandma was making me dresses, and I wanted to do, what, the carnivals. I want you to make me one like a carnival dress. And my mom's like, where are you gonna wear it? I'm gonna wear it at home because I deserve to be there. My mom's like, okay, one day. You're just only 4 now. Like you can't do it now. Maybe when you're like, I don't know, 30. And that's why she was, like, I love the feathers. I love the music and culture. Like I know about Brazil. Like when I think of Brazil and Brazilian people, the first thing I can recall is like you're warm. It's warm. and colorful and sexy and I don't know, like full of life and music. And I do believe that we're actually like siblings. Maybe I'm not Latino or
I
Brazilian.
feel connected to Turkey because of this. I think you guys are warm too. I think this is why Turkey and Brazil are so connected, because we all feel like,
I think so,
like the same. It's like, you know, like warm, and I don't know, there is something there and energy.
Yeah. And I know but I recently receiving too many messages, Portuguese and Brazilian Portuguese. That I've realized that they're very passionate, but also we're very kind, and it's an amazing value to have, because on the internet, everyone thinks that we don't see those messages. Everyone thinks that they can come to our profiles and they can just say whatever they like.
Yeah.
And no, you can't do it, because I was always kind to you, respectful to me and to you. So I try to have like I set a standard to my profile that I don't do cussing, or I don't want anyone who is not let's say naive, like kind or respectful, because you don't have to like me. It's so personal. Like, you don't have to like me, or maybe you like me, but you think that my performance in that particular scene wasn't good enough. It's okay, because I am human and you are human too. And as long as you are kind to me and respectful to me, you're more than welcome to say that you don't like it. I'm not saying that you always need to tell that you love me. No, don't love me. There's no growth in always love or always hate, let's say. But you can criticize me in a very respectful way too. So I've never seen anyone who wrote in Portuguese that wasn't kind. Every single comment that I've read, because I try to read when I have time, and they were all nice, and it was a big thing for me. It's a great value. I think it's I know it's amazing, and I know some words, but I need you to teach me more. By the way, obrigada.
Obrigada. I was going to get there. I was going to. Yeah. Okay. Let's try. Let me think about the phrase. Olá.
Saudade.
Saudade. Saudade. It's a very particular word. Saudade. I miss you. Saudade.
Saudade.
Yeah. And another word. Let me think. Olá, Brasil. Eu te amo. Olá, Brasil.
Olá, Brasil. Eu te amo.
Eu te amo.
Eu te amo.
Sen Çal. This is the
Sen Çal.
Hello, Brazil. I love
te
you.
amo.
Yeah.
Olá, Brasil. Eu te amo. I love it.
So cute. Amazing. Now you are invited to come to Brazil. You have to use your clothes in Brazil in the carnival. I am from Rio. If you want to come, I will be your tourist guide.
Oh, I would love to. Like, I'm not lying. I would love to. Me and
Come to Brazil. The carnival is on February. It's always on February. You can search, and it's a very beautiful celebration.
I know we're always working. That's why I've never, because we've tried a couple of years ago, because for our special days, we don't give presents to each other. We give we set, I don't know, like a date on a different country or a city that we can learn another culture. So it's a gift, like learning different cultures, music, like everything, like to have a better understanding to people and to each other. So probably like 2 years ago on February, we wanted to come, but it was a bad year for Turkey. It was like the earthquake, and we couldn't manage to do it.
I remember.
And maybe this year, maybe next year. I don't know.
Maybe not in Carnival, but
anytime.
And you tell me, because it'll be a pleasure to meet you guys.
Okay, I'll do that.
We have two last questions. The year is almost gone. We are already in December.
Yes.
I want to know.
Can't believe.
I want to know what this year meant to you, and what have you learned? What you bring to the future? Tell me.
I think this year would. I can say it was a journey of growth for me, because I realized my ADHD only last year, so it's a big thing, and it was my journey to get to know me, and telling to myself I wasn't the odd one. You are. So, and has a solution for it. And joking, but like, it was a great year. It was a good one. At the same time, I had a list for myself. I'm going to tell you this. So when I decided to be an actress, I looked up the ones that I love the most globally. I searched for their careers and for their educations, trainings, and schools and everything. And I've made a list for myself, and I promised myself before I applied for Lambda and get accepted, and from Stella in Los Angeles, and from RADA, the Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts, I am not going to have a children, because I don't want to be someone who set a standard for herself, and because she hasn't done it, she wants her daughter, son to do it, because I think it's not fair to anyone. And it has been done to me, and I don't want to do it to anyone. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. And this year I had a tick to every single thing on my list. I have applied to every single of them and got accepted and trained. And I literally told myself, looking at the mirror, and I said, I am proud of you, and you've made it. Like, by the way, everybody told me that I who did it from Turkey? You can't do it. And I'm going, no, you can do it. I can do it. Maybe not this year, but next year, or maybe not the year that I made the list, but 6 years later than that. It was literally 6 years. And this year I was like, okay, now I don't have. So I can actually embrace a change in my personality, in my like professions, or my jobs, my works, my education. There's no schools that maybe there are. You never know me, because so probably because of that, I use the sentence too much. I say it too much, that I'm trying to be true to myself, because this year taught me that I need to be only me to be happy. So it was a great year. Challenges, and I accepted them, and I overcome them.
It's amazing to hear you saying all these things. I learned a lot today. Thank you so much for sharing all this with me. And I want to finish this interview asking you to leave a message for everyone who will watch this interview. People from Brazil, people from America. Leave a message for us.
You know what? I thought you'd ask me this, so I prepared my thoughts and feelings. And
I can't believe it. You are amazing.
I actually did. I did prepare in Portuguese. Okay. I really hope I say it correctly. I'm going to say it in English after that, but I'm going to try it in Portuguese first.
It's okay.
Para todos os meus fãs brasileiros e todos que estão me assistindo, muito obrigada pelo amor e apoio de vocês. Espero visitar o Brasil em breve, conhecê-los pessoalmente. Até logo. I'm tried.
I can't believe it. It's amazing.
I don't know if it worked.
No, it worked.
Well, I tried to say, I wrote in English in case to all my Brazilian fans and everyone watching. Thank you so much for your love and support. I hope to visit Brazil soon and meet you in person. See you soon. I tried to say this.
Perfect. No, I understood.
Really?
I understood everything.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you. Obrigada.